Hello and welcome to another What's Inside. This time we're looking at Magic Tooth Fairy game. Aimed at 2 to 4 players, ages 4 and up. Small parts, so choking hazard for kids under 3, obviously. This is put out by Goliath, I believe in 2020. And inside we're going to see 1 magical bed, that's a weird sentence, 16 teeth, 4 smile boards, 1 spinner and spinner arrow, 13 coins, 1 tooth fairy mover and mover stand, 12 cards, and complete instructions. So let's see what we've got here. The box is very simplistic, doesn't really show you anything. Usually they like to show kids playing the game or something, but this is just kind of a stock photo. Box quality's not real great either, but it's Goliath. They don't exactly have a massive reputation for, long-lasting games. But we got this little corner picture here and some art. Doesn't really sell you on it. So let's see what the contents look like. It's just held together with a little piece of tape. Pretty easy to get past. Like I said, the box feels kind of cheap. Everything's just kind of in here. Okay, let's get this stuff out of the way. We've got our instruction sheet, which is just a folded sheet of paper. Not even in color. Paper quality's okay. It's just kind of lazily thrown together. Not a lot to the game. First player to lose all 4 teeth and collect 4 coins is the winner. Basic instructions. Very simplistic game. Alright, let me adjust the camera and we'll take a closer look at our components here. Alright, we'll start with the bed piece because that seems to be the most complicated piece here. And it's in this big plastic bag. That does not open easily. Alright, so it's got a pillow that slides here. Pretty basic. This I'd be a little worried about breaking. It's not real high-end plastic. So the purple part is 1 piece, and then your pillow's a separate piece, and this pink area with the blanket is a 3rd piece. And it does not look particularly high quality. So, yeah. But not bad for the price point. This is not an expensive game, so the price of it probably won't be a huge deal with the cost of the game itself. Alright, here we've got our spinner piece. So there's our spinner pieces. We've got our teeth and our coins. And these are just plastic pieces that are kind of a weird shape. So we should have 16 teeth, the spinner arrow, the tooth fairy stand here, and 13 coins that are all 1s, and these are actually fairly unique looking. They have a 1 on them and then a tooth on the other side. But this is really cheap plastic, and these are gonna get lost. These probably will too, but you can use something else to simulate the teeth. But the coins, they're fairly unique to this. So let's take a look at our 12 cards and the spinner and the tooth holders. So let's start with our spinner here. Spinner also has the tooth fairy piece inside of it that I just shot across the table. Alright, so the tooth fairy piece is 2-sided. It's got the tooth fairy on it. It's okay cardboard stock, but it's gonna get beat up. sitting in the holder like that, it'll definitely get beat up because it's slightly taller, so it's probably going to bend. Then we have our spinner, which is 1 through 4. And you can see color-wise, you got purple, red, green, and yellow. The purplish blue, I guess that's a blue. I can't really tell. Lighting's not that great in here. So blue 1, red 2, green 3, yellow 4. So the spinner is pretty cheap. That probably will hold up, but be a little careful with that. That one might actually break. Then we've got our teeth holder thing. These do have a part number on them, but yeah, these are actually fairly decent cardstock. It's thick. It's got a cheap feel to it, but it is thick enough that it should hold up over time. The slots don't really hold the teeth very well, though. So I don't think that's going to be a very good fit. I'm just going to kind of have to put them in there. But if they do get stuck, it is a hole in the back, so you can just pop them out. So they do get kind of wedged in there, it seems. So those are fine. These are actually pretty decent. I'm kind of impressed with that. I thought it'd be much lower quality. Same with the spinner. It's good cardstock. It's just got cheap feel, cheap gloss on it. But it's nice thick cardstock. Let's take a look at our cards here. There's only like 12 cards, so that shouldn't be a big deal. If I can get the stupid plastic off. Alright, so these say Magic Tooth Fairy on the back. Oh, these are real cheap feel. Oops, forgot to brush. Second one. Third one. Fourth. Oh, these stick together real bad. Go to bed. Second one. Third one. Another go to bed. Fourth one. Lose a tooth. Lose a tooth. Third one. And finally a fourth one. Alright. Cards are cheap. The thickness is okay, but that coating is just total trash on them. They stick together pretty easily. There's only 3 types of cards, but I can see these getting crumpled up pretty easily, or more likely getting stuck together and then getting ripped when you try and pull them apart. I think that's more of a worry than anything else. Okay, I don't normally do how to plays or anything like that, but there's an interesting feature here. The pillow comes apart. And inside is a cylinder area that you put the coins in. And then you put this back on. You're not supposed to let the kids see it. Adds to the magic according to the rules. And then when a kid goes and they lose a tooth, they actually can't get rid of the tooth until they get a go to bed card. And then they would put the tooth here and switches it out for a coin. So that's a pretty neat effect, and you'll want to make sure that you have all the coins for that. Because the coin size actually is going to matter then. If you have substitute coins, it loses some of the thrill of the game of doing that. So that's an interesting feature I thought was worth noting. And this thing does come apart so you can retrieve the teeth. So this is actually slightly more complicated than I expected, and it's a nice surprise. So, neat little gimmick there that I thought was worth adding on to the video. Well, as far as I can tell, if you can find this game for $5 or less, it's probably worth the price. Beyond that, the components aren't that high quality, but if you can find it for about $5, I think that's a fair price. $5 or $6 seems reasonable. Beyond that, the quality for the cards especially is not there. The plastic bed thing, the gimmick is really, really good. I'll give them credit for that, but it's not high quality plastic, and if you drop it a couple times, it will probably break. Overall, though, I think this is a cute game, and it'd be fun for little kids. They'll probably get a kick out of it. But I don't think it's going to be something you play a lot. It's not going to be up there with, like, Stratego or anything. It'll just be something the kids play a few times, and then it's forgotten on a shelf. So if you get it used, make sure your parts are all there. Otherwise, I won't pay more than $5 or $6 for it. But we've seen what's inside. You've heard my take on it. That's going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future reviews. If you'd like to help the channel out in other ways, share the video around on your social media or pick yourself something up nice from the Teespring store. If you'd like to support me monthly with Patreon, link is in the description, along with my Streamlabs link, which is good for one-time donations via PayPal. The Teespring store link is also in the description. And as always, we hope to see you on the next one.